Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and I am here with an update for my Project 5 Uses Project Pan. I created this project for myself. Well, I didn't create the project. A lot of people do Project 5 Uses, Project 10 Uses, and I said to myself, I want to do that because I have a lot of makeup in my oh the shame bin. And for me, it's like, oh the shame, I bought you and I haven't used you yet. So I thought I need a reason to pull in these brand new items so that I can get some use out of them. Because when I project pan, I tend to bring in older things and ignore the newer things. It's so silly. So for this project, my goal is to get use out of all of them 5 times. And I pull in 10 products and I have 10 things in at a time. So let me get into my update for how I did this past month and if I can roll anything out. Okay, I am pleased to say that I have 5 items that are rolling out of this project. I'm so super excited, which means I can bring 5 new things in, and that's exciting. So the first thing I have rolling out is this Sephora. This is the 12-hour retractable liner. It's waterproof, and it's in the matte shade Cobalt Blue. This is one of my favorite liners. I mean, look at that. It is flippin' gorgeous. It is so nice just to add a touch of color. Most of the time for school, I wear a really neutral eye look, and then I would pop something like this on my my upper lash line or right at the lower lash line, just on the outer bits. And it was so beautiful. So I've used it 5 times. It's rolling out, but you will see this coming up in other projects, I'm sure, because I love it. Next up, I have this blush, and it's the St. Angel's and Sinners Cosmetics times Funny Butter. And this is the Best Buds blusher. This was sent to me by Shelly. And when I first saw this, I was like, no way is that gonna look good on me. And I think it does. I really enjoyed this blush. Now, I will say it is super duper pigmented. So like the tiniest little bit goes a long way. I mean, look at that. And I was really nervous when I swatched it and saw that it was like this bright orange. I was like, there's no way that's gonna look good on my skin. And it really did. It was very lovely. I don't have any blushes that are this shade. I have peachier blushes, stuff like that. But like this, not this orangey peach, if that makes any sense. So I love this. And I'm telling you what, this will last me 1,000 years because I literally dab my brush in and tap it off because you don't need a lot at all. So this is rolling out because I've used it the 5 times. Once I used it, I was like, yay. But it took me a while to pick it up because I was nervous. I was like, I'm gonna look orange. It's gonna be all over the place. And it wasn't. So next up is my ABH Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. Used it the 5 times, so it is rolling out. But let me explain how I used it. I mainly used Bronzed and Summer, and let me show you those 2 shades. These are, I think, supposed to be all highlighters, but obviously this brown one is not my shade. So I use that as a bronzer. And I was hoping, like, I really liked the tone of it. I felt like it was a really good tone for my skin. It didn't like come out orangey or anything, but it was kind of patchy because it's really shimmery and it's not meant to be used as a bronzer. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that shade. I probably will end up decluttering it, but I'm not ready to do that yet. And then here are the other 2 shades. This one, which is Tourmaline, might be a little too dark as well. And then Moonstone. I don't remember Tourmaline on me, but Moonstone was a really good shade. So let me show you those. This one's Tourmaline. I don't remember how that looked on me. And then Moonstone was very pretty. So I would like to put this in another project and maybe have a goal to use those 2 shades and not these because these are the 2 that I used. So yeah, I mean, I might end up like depotting this at some point and just keeping the shades, the 2 shades, like, I have a feeling that I'm going to end up keeping Summer and Moonstone because they're very beautiful and they really work well with my skin tone, but the other shades just seem too dark. Well, no, Tourmaline seems too dark, and the bronzer shade for me is just, I can't use that. It's not my shade. The next shade, or the next thing I'm rolling out is the Cleona shadow in the shade Crystalline. This is a duochrome shadow, and this was so beautiful. I mean, it's just gorgeous. What I mainly did with this, I did use it as a lid shade. There's that. I mean, it's beautiful. It's like a purpley blue. I want to, dare I say periwinkle? I'm not sure. It is gorgeous though. Jen gifted this to me. I mean, yikes. It's just beautiful. What I did is I did use it on the lid and I enjoyed it that way, but a lot of times I just popped it into my inner corner, and even one day the kids were like, do you have purple on your inner corner? I was like, yes, I do. And they just smiled. So I'm like, okay, must have passed the test. I mean, they weren't like, ew. But it kind of shifts, like from my angle, I can kind of see pink, but you can't see that. You can mainly see the purple and the gray. It's just gorgeous. So sadly, it's rolling out, but at least I used it because I haven't been getting a ton of use out of my single shadows. And last but not least, the thing that's rolling out is the thing that I knew would roll out the quickest because I just love it. It's the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Liner in the bronze shade. This is absolutely flipping gorgeous. These liners are $35 freaking dollars, but I got it for free with my shop cash, and I will get more. This is absolutely delicious. I mean, I'm making no pressure. It just goes, it glides, it stays. I know why it costs $35. It's wonderful. And as much as I love this Sephora one, it stays, it goes on nicely. This is definitely smoother. I mean, no tugging. Oh my God. If you can spring it to try one of these Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Liners. Deb B, she got one and she tried it and she liked it as well. And then it's such bougie packaging when you receive it in the mail. It is definitely like getting a present. So if you really want to treat yourself and you have a little bit of expendable income, I mean, if you can do it, I would. It is so pretty. So those are the 5 items I have rolling out. Let me show you what I have for the other things and let you know how many uses I have on each. Okay, so the first thing I have to show you is the Milani Cream palette. This is the Cheek Kiss Cream Blush palette, and it was gifted to me by Jen from Project Beauty, and this is beautiful. Last month I had used it I had used it 2 times, and I didn't use it at all this month. So I really need to pull this out and use it. It is beautiful. Those are the 3 shades. I don't know what's keeping me from using it because I really do like it. And there they are. I think what's keeping me from it is that they remain a little bit tacky. And for a cream blush, I don't want that. So I have to play around with it and see if I can put powder on top of it so that, and then spray or something so that, like, I don't know. I felt like when I rubbed it, it rubbed off, or it got off, it got on my hand, it came off on my hand. I don't know. So I'm going to play with it some more and see how I like it, because I do love the shades and I don't want to declutter it, but I want to find a way to like love it more. So that's my plan. The second item I have in is the, where is it? Well People Supernatural Stick. Let me grab it. So I have the Well People Supernatural Stick, and this is in the shade Berry Bay. So this is a really pretty shade. I really enjoy using it. The one time that I used it, I say I really enjoy using it, and then it's like, oh, I only used it one time. But it does dry down, but it definitely spreads beautifully. I love it. I mean, it is right up there with the Ilia stick. I just dot it on, I blend it, it stays, and it was lovely. I wore it to school one day without any powder on it, like any powder blush, and it worked really well, and it stayed great, and I didn't have to fuss with it. So I really enjoyed that. So I have 4 more times that I need to use that. Then I had in the Arbonne concealer. My mom decluttered this to me in the shade Light. And when I looked at it, I was like, ooh, that's really dark. I don't know that it's going to work for my skin tone, but actually I used it under my eyes. And I don't know what is in this. It's like magic. It worked really well for under my eyes. I thought, oh, I need to brighten down under there. Maybe not. Maybe like just using a regular concealer to hide the discoloration is good enough and I don't need to brighten. Or I can brighten because I really like that too. Bottom line is I've used this 3 times and I have to stop myself from reaching for it because I want to use my other products as well. So this is sticking around for 2 more uses. I've already used it 3 and I'm not mad at that. Then I have my KVD Dazzle Stick. This is in the shade Hail Surge 10, Hail Surge, I think. This is so good. I heard Andrea talking about it, and that's what kind of prompted me to pull it out. Andrea's channel is Pretty as a Peacock. You should go check her out. But these are called Dazzle Sticks for a reason because they will dazzle you. I mean, this is nuts. Look at that. Look at that. It is absolutely flippin' gorgeous. I put it on top of whatever look I'm wearing and it just brightens up the middle of my eye. It's so beautiful. I've used it twice and I have 3 more uses and I'm super excited. I mean, look at that. Whoa. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's got that beige and then it flips. I mean, it's beautiful. And then last but not least, I have the Sydney Grace Destination Wedding. I knew this would be one that was going to be a hard sell for me because I don't do well with liquid shadows. I mean, it's gorgeous, but I've only used it once and I'm not surprised by that. There is the shade right there. It does blend nicely. I just forget about it, honestly. I forget to use it as a like a lid shade. I just don't use it. That's the bottom line. I just need to be better. So now that I am able to roll out 5 items, I'm going to bring 5 new items in, and here they are. I'm so excited. The first one is this Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. It's the sheer long wear makeup, and it has sunscreen in it. It's in the shade 2C3. I bought this when I was in Vegas. I bought a lot of foundation when I was in Vegas, but I'm finding that a lot of the foundations I have, they just don't work for me color-wise, formula-wise, and so I really was on the hunt to find a good one. And this one seems like it's going to be right up my alley. So I'm really excited to try it for 5 times and just, see if I like it, see how it works for me. It's definitely liquidy. Like when I'm, squeezing it out, I have to be careful. So that'll be in for 5 uses and I'm excited about that. Then I'm bringing in my Westman Atelier Petite Face Trace Contour Stick. It's a contour stick in the shade Biscuit. When we were in Sephora, Jen was like, Kim, and she threw it to me. I caught it. It was like we were football players. It was fantastic. And yeah, so I am going to bring this in for 5 uses. I already know I love the tone of this. It is just gorgeous. It's a cool toned contour. I'm super excited to use it. I had used up a sample, and you guys, this packaging, it is luxe. I mean, it's heavy. This is a mini, and it's wonderful. Then I have the Notoriously Morbid, The Realm's Delight Loose Shadow. This is a multi-chrome, and this was gifted to me by Shelly from Unapologetically Shelly. She had sent me a few items to try in my, was it my Christmas box or my birthday box? One of the two, because she spoiled me rotten both times. And here's what that one looks like. It's very, very beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Drift. And I'm not a fan of loose shadows, which is why I kind of avoid them. So I'm going to put this in just so I can get some use out of it and play around at my leisure. This might be in for months. I don't know. It's probably going to hang around forever with this Sydney Grace one, but we'll see. And then I also brought in the Florence by Mills Cheek Me Later Cream Blush in the shade Shy Shy. This was decluttered to me from Jen. She had asked if I wanted it. The packaging was broken. Actually, Beverly, you met her on my channel. Hers was too. Beverly's was held together with duct tape or something. This one isn't, but this is lovely. So I showed Bev. I was like, haha, yours isn't the only one that's broken. So here is the shade. It is super pretty. It's right there. And I'm excited to try it to see if the shade works for me, because it's kind of like a, it's like a bubblegum pink that has been like stuck under the desks at school for too long. I don't even know. So it's kind of like a dingy bubblegum pink, right? I mean, isn't it? I don't know. So I'm excited to try it, see what I think. And then last but not least, I have in the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the shade Pink Glow. I'm pretty sure this is a mini. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it is. I got this at the CCO as well. I was eyeballing it, and Jaylon's like, I have that and I love it. And I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. So this is a Jaylon made me buy it. And I've seen other people on Facebook. Oh my God, look at that. I'm so excited. There it is right there. Ooh, wait. Super excited. I love highlighters. I love bronzers. I love it all. I love blush. I love it all. So 5 uses. So yeah, I'm excited. I have my 5 items pulled. So now I have 10 items back in this project. Yeah, let me know what you think of what I chose. Is there anything that you're like really excited to hear me talk about? Yeah, and I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.